are taking the mould off the rear clam. So we've got a lot of paint damage and lifting. Welcome back to the channel. Today's a big day because we are taking the mould off the rear clam. Jonathan's disappointed that I'm a little bit late because he's been eager to remove it. He's already accidentally took one bit off, that bit down there. It came off, so it's a good sign it's gonna come off. Trim edges first and then...
Trim most of them, yeah.
And then trim what we can and then take it off. That's the plan. I'll put you on a tripod. There we go. So we've got this panel out, we've got the top panel off. It's locking in these corners a little bit there, and you can see we've got quite a bit of pressure on there, but it's still locked in here. Once it comes off the first time, we'll clean up the edges and stuff, then it'll release off the mould piece a lot easier, won't it? It's just, oh, there we go. So it was right in that corner that it was holding. Obviously we've still got to release it in that area there yet. It's not,
it's kind of tight,
but getting this moving up now shows us that this is, yeah, so that means that this one is free all the way up that edge. Looking at it, you know, we might need to get the, oh no, it should pull out that way, shouldn't it? No, because it's going into a taper. That's slightly tapered, so it's not going to reverse out until those quarters are off. So this one would be definitely the next key to get out. This one isn't coming out until the side, the quarters are often flipping out. But at least we can get it loose. Yeah, it makes a different sound once it frees up. Like, it's bad paint, Dave says.
I think it's should have maybe used the blue shit on it. You know.
Well, it is what it is. It's all right. I knew I was going to have to repaint it anyway, so. Yeah, that's it. It's just sand it and lick a paint. It's not as if I'm.
How good that turns out then.
Yeah. So this has got paint on it, stuck to it, but we'll just sand that back, polish it. Yeah, it's just been a couple. Look at that. Aye, sorted. It's just been a couple of places, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strange, but true. Right, so we're going for the quarter panel now because that needs to pop out there for that to be able to reverse out of there. So. Could you see my hand there? That needs to pop out of, so you can see it there, it comes in the way, so that piece needs to come this way, so the quarter panels are actually going to stop that doing it, so those have got to pop off at least at the top. John of how easy that comes off, the painty bits. So John's just scraping it with his nail.
Spec nails.
So all the paint comes off the mould alright, no bother, it will clean up really easily. The clam is slightly worse for wear, yeah, so we've got a lot of paint damage and lifting. Some areas came off fine, but some areas had a hold. It all had, well, multiple coats of wax. There's a lot on this rear quarter panel, a lot of damage there. Paint tears and stuff.
Some of it's because of the shape, isn't it?
Yeah. So what Jonathan's now suggesting is it would probably be easier to clean the mould up and put it back together, get it waxed and ready, and make a part like another clam than it would be to clean this clam up. There's elements of that that's possibly right and bits maybe not. There's a lot of like. There's some filler repair to do to the.
I think we'll just do gel coat.
Yeah, but we'll have to fill and shape it, and yeah. So we're gonna have to recreate that lip, and that's where that like the resin had pulled out. Yeah. So we've got a repair to do to the mould. If we're gonna use this clam, we've got a lot of repairs to do to the clam. Mainly paint work though, but it's took it off so deep. It's really deep. It's pulled like. Well, it's been painted twice. Did I paint it the? I don't know whether I painted it the. Yeah. Did I do it the diamond white? I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. Well, I've got 1, 2. I think I've got 4 layers here. I've got filler. I've got primer. And then I've got more primer on top of that. There'll be reface among there as well because I refaced these quarters. So, I mean, this needs sanded back, but it's going to be all wonky again. This essentially needs filled up to paint level. The paint's still quite flexible for a well-cured paint. So, decisions. I think we need a cup of coffee. So there we go. 14 sections of moulds. Oh, right, yeah, that came out really well.
Was,
yeah.
you know, on the ear and stuff.
Yeah.
It's come out pretty well. There's a bit of thing on there, like. But
that's that resin.
That's it.
Yeah. And in other news, got some red seats for it. Jonathan doesn't like them, but I do like them. It just adds a bit of colour into the interior. They're not the reddest of red, but they're red enough. They're definitely red enough to be able to call red. They're actually the same colour as the mould almost. So I'm going to have to scrape a lot of paint off, lift everything that's bubbled up before I can even start on it. You've got to get it back to where it's got a decent connection again. Jonathan thinks we should leave it. We can't have a huge bit of fiberglass just scrapped like that though. So amazingly, these moulds have cleaned up pretty damn well, really. So that section there just needs a wipe over. That was the cleanest part. There's just a little bit of paint up in that corner. These are all clean now. All these little bits. These are all clean. That back panel, which looked the worst, now doesn't look too bad at all. There's a couple of little bits on it need fettling. This quarter panel got a dodgy bit there that we're going to have to flatten and polish, and then we've got this section here which we need to rebuild that. We're going to build that up with gel coat. and reshape that from this side in the mould. There's bits like this, a few little voids that we're going to have to fill, again with gel coat. Cleaning up the edges, trimming the edges on these pieces, and then the plan is next we're going to bolt the mould back together so that we can see exactly what's what and where's where. So there's our 14 mould parts. Jonathan's just re-drilling some holes that were in the back of that had been blocked up with a layer, but you can see the hole from the other side, so just re-drilling those.
That's the fun.
Few little voids like that there that will be just filled with plasticine. There we go. A few hours of work went into that. Hi guys, I'm back at the shop. It's the next day, the day after yesterday, so I'm not too sure how I feel about the state of the clam. I knew it was going to get damaged. I didn't think it was going to be so much damage. The mould didn't go perfectly at all, although we have got a good mould. There's some repairs needing doing to it, but yeah, what can you do? You know, it is what it is. It's you know, we had the problem with the. We probably should have just not done that. In fact, that second panel with the thin resin, you know, the one that was wrong. But to be fair, that panel's fine. The back panel's fine. It's that quarter panel that's going to take a bit of sorting. It's not too bad though. I've just got like the swage line to sort out and a couple of little voids throughout it. It's really not that bad. I was just hoping that I was going to be able to use that rear clam. Talking about it, it's definitely going to be easy to actually reproduce a part. The amount of time that it would take to repair that rear clam, I mean, it's down to it's been primed several times, it's been painted a couple of times, and in places that's come out down to the filler. It's amazing how that's grabbed out of it and kept out of it and pulled it off. But the mould's all right, so at least we've got about a couple of little repairs to do on that. So just a bit of a downer, but like it's hey, you know, it'll all be right on the night, won't it? At the end of the day, I'll be able to, on that first car, be able to say that all those panels are ours. I may as well just do the bonnet and the bumper as well. I was going to do the bumper anyway, hoping to keep the bonnet, but you know, may as well just do the bonnet as well, and then every panel on the car we've made from scratch. So yes, anyway, I just wanted to jump on. I forgot to do an ending yesterday. I was absolutely paggered. Yeah, I thought I haven't said me bye-byes and stuff, so I thought I'd just I'm tattooing today, so I'm not at the garage till Sunday if Jonathan's in. So yeah, just thought I'd jump on and say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, hitting that little share button, and it comes up with, like, you know, share to here and here and here. That would be awesome. All the comments obviously, and yeah, thanks for the support and the encouragement and everything that you used to do for the channel, because like you know, it kind of helps make it. I wouldn't be doing it if no one was watching it. So thanks guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.